Our coverage of PAX Prime 2015 is powered by HyperX. Check out their Cloud 2 headset in the link in the description down below. Also, thank you to Asus and Corsair. Alright guys, welcome to the Razer booth where we're checking out the Nzxt S340 designed by Razer. So you guys probably remember the H440 designed by Razer. This one looks generally similar in terms of the Razer styling, but we'll get more into that later on. This is a case that's about 25% smaller than that one, so if you were going for the Razer green theme but wanted a smaller case, well, here you go. This case will probably remind you a lot of NZXT cases in general. It has a nice, sleek basement which is going to cover your power supply and a lot of your cable management. And on top of that basement you have two really beautiful looking Ssd mounts. This case, however, does abandon certain things like the rubber grommets covering certain holes. A lot of the cutouts in here are just raw cutouts. And then there's a reservoir mount which is covering some of your runs like your 24-pin, your USB 3 connector, and probably your SATA cables. On that reservoir mount we have a non-illuminated Razer logo, so that's where we're going to begin with our Razer logo stylings. In the front of the case you can fit up to two 140mm fans and probably your radiator. In the top of the case you can fit a 120mm or 140mm fan, and in the back of the case you can fit a 120mm fan. There's a beautiful tinted window which covers most of the inside of the case, so you can see into basically everything except for the basement, which makes sense because you're looking at a basement, so who really cares? It's largely steel construction, although it is soft touch around the whole thing. In terms of the top I/O, you've got a hard drive activity LED, mic input, headphone input, two USB ports. These are USB 3.0 ports, and they're green, which is kind of a nice touch considering it's a design by Razer case, and a power button which is illuminated by, again, a green logo. Then on the front of the case, on the nice plain front, because there's no 5¼ inch bays, which I'm actually totally down with because I haven't installed an optical drive in a computer in a very long time, it's again soft touch and then with an illuminated Razer logo. Then on the bottom of the case, it has underglow as if you're playing like Underground 2 back in the day, but I think it actually looks pretty sick. There's green underglow, one on each kind of side of the case. Moving to behind the motherboard, there's not a ton going on here. There is a bunch of loops for zap straps so you can manage your cables though, so you should have not too bad of a time as long as you do have some zap straps laying around. One thing that I must say that I like about this case is that it's green. Yeah, it's designed by Razer, obviously it's going to be green, but we see these days a lot of black and red or a lot of white kind of style builds, and having a green build is still very unique, and I must say I like that. Thanks for watching our content. Thank you to HyperX for sending us here this year. You should check out their YouTube channel. It's going to be up in the cards area in the top right-hand corner. They make a whole bunch of cool gaming content, so be sure to subscribe there. Also, thank you to Asus and Corsair. If you want to see the products launched by all of these companies here at PAX Prime 2015, click the link in the video description down below.